and you so-called white people got to be overthrew. You have to, man. There's no other way around it. If not, you're going to destroy the whole world. Let me get, what's that, John? This is why we hate this place, man.
And you can tell in their spirits, they know it's coming.
Yeah, man. That's why these so-called white people walk by with their smug faces. They look sad. They got all that white guilt, man.
Yep.
When if you've been a murderer your whole life, you done killed a man and killed a man and killed 20 people and killed 20 bodies, and you hiding them all. When you walk around, as soon as somebody say murderer, you look up and you feeling guilty. That's these so-called white people's spirits, man. They know all of what their ancestors did, man. And these ancestors are the same people walking again today. Because every 2 to 3 generations, you're reborn. All right? So these same spirits that was hanging our people, lynching our people, the so-called black and Hispanic man want to walk up down the street and dap them up and think they cool. He might have been hanging you. He might have raped your wife. He might have killed your kid and thrown him to an alligator. He might have castrated you in your past life. And y'all be like, oh yeah, what's up, man? What's going on? Dap him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he got more than you or he want to throw you a couple dollars, man. Israel always trying to get a damn bone.
And the damn hug.
And a hug, man. Hey, matter of fact, let me get Ciroc real quick. Because Israel is too trusting, man. That's right. That's why the Lord got his men out here to cleanse us. So that when he does return, we will...
We can't have a war.
We can't have a war, man. See,
we cannot have a war.
These people, what do all Donald Trump talk about? Going to war with somebody, putting sanctions and tariffs on somebody, man.
We don't do that.
Who's the we you talking about?
We don't do that.
Hey, man, don't even talk to him, bro. He faded right now. He out his mind.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
This is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. The Lord calls the Edomites the border of wickedness. So that means no matter where you go, if you run into a so-called white man that's not an Israelite, he's going to be wicked, man. So as iron rusted, and iron is always going to rust. That's a metal, no matter what condition you leave it in, it's going to rust over time, man. So no matter how much you think a white man, so-called white man is trustworthy, his wickedness is going to show at some point or another, man. All right, it says never trust our enemies. So that devil walked up here early. Hey, the Lord said love your enemies. The scripture just said never trust thine enemy. So when he's talking about our enemies, when he says love your enemies, he's talking about the 2/3 of the nation of Israel who are going to be destroyed and reborn into the kingdom. Those people are going to receive the love after. All right? And we still are sympathetic and compassionate upon our people, man. We still show them sympathy. That Jake that walked out up last week smoking a blunt right in front of us, the cops walked up and I was putting them on blast about smoking weed. As soon as I saw the cops, I started talking about the weed. Because I'm not going to snitch out my people before I help the Edomites. That's still showing compassion. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to be a snitch, if I was to truly hate my people, I would have snitched them out. But that ain't even our culture, man. We look out for our people even in the worst situations. It's a damn place, man.
Because Esau is patient, you know what I'm saying? He's patient before he gets you. What does the scripture say? He crouch it.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
He come crouching, man.
He's very patient. And when you let your guard down in the moment you least expect it, he gonna overthrow you.
Hey, it's just like I hate to compare Esau to a lion, but it's just like a lion. When the lion stays in wait, it's set up and it watches all the gazelles until it's ready to strike. And at the perfect moment, that's when it hops out and strikes you, man. Or like a serpent. That's just like Esau, man. It's just like a serpent waiting to lion in the grass, snakes in the grass, man. As soon as they see that moment, they attack, man, and put that venom in you, man.
And Esau always, and you notice Esau trying to pick your brain. He always want to know what's on your mind. What are you thinking? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't never tell him what's on my mind. I tell him some other shit. What are you doing? Where you been? Chilling. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. That's all. I only got one answer for you. I'm chilling. Because they want to know what you're thinking about, what you listening to, what you watching, what you doing, and what you reading. They try to get parts of your mind. They want to know what Jake thinking about. Right. You know, and that's why the Lord says, focus your mind on spiritual things, whereby what we must be in these last days is having spiritual conversation and all holiness and godliness, man. All right? Because if you're not in the right spirit, all right, when the Lord returns, man, he gonna destroy you. I'm gonna jump over. I was about to get John. But let me get Luke. This is where I was gonna start at. It's like being on how you deal with Esau. It's like being on the street. I can talk about a whole bunch of nothing and tell you nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? I can just say anything and have a long conversation and tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can walk away not knowing anything about it. That's how you gotta approach dealing with Esau.
See these damn people, man, they polluting this place, man. He riding a motorcycle, putting all the damn pollution, revving up his engine, smoking a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? These people bug outs, man.
He's badass,
He's
brother.
badass.
He's badass, brother.
Hey, what's up, bro? I just want to scripture. One more thing. One more scripture. It's in Romans, not trying to be. But it says in verse 4, it says, don't say anything about the old law being in it. Notice what it says. It says, for Christ, you look at the Bible, what's the Bible? For Christ is the end of the law, so that there may be righteousness for everyone who believes.
Okay, who are the only ones who gonna believe, man?
No, let's get into the law. We're talking about the law right now.
Who are the only ones who gonna believe? Who are the only ones gonna follow the law?
It said Moses, right? So we're talking about the Mosaic law. Christ is the end of the law, so that there may be righteousness for everyone who believes. Moses' rights concerning it says it right there plain. It's no, you gotta use the 5th, 20th, how to see that. It just says what it say. Christ is the end of the law.
Look, so you lack understanding, brother. Listen. This is Matthew 5:17. This is come out of who you call Christ. The fact that you're calling him Christ lets me know that you don't know. All right, that's not his name. Christ is a title, man. What's the name of the Lord?
I'm reading the scripture,
What's
brother.
the name of the Lord?
You talking about Yahshua?
His name isn't Yahshua.
Yeah.
His name isn't Yah. Yah only means he. You don't know. Yes,
I'm reading the
it does.
scripture.
See, he
bro.
just a man that
I'm not
says
saying that.
a man that does say it don't. The name of the Lord don't matter. You're not a man of the Lord, man.
You didn't use his name, but I'm reading the scripture from.
Hey, I just asked the name of the Lord, and you said Yahshua.
Now you said you didn't say Yahshua. I'm reading the scripture.
Hey, see, man.
I'm not speaking from my own.
Hey.
It says for Christ. Let me show you, brother. It says for
Yeah, man, you scattering this Lord's sheep. Hey, you can get away with your.
There may be righteousness for everyone who believes. It says everyone.
First of all, you don't know. You lack understanding. You scattering the Lord's sheep, man. Gentiles cannot be saved, man. You too lovey-dovey, man.
How do you read the scripture?
This is Matthew 5:17. Think not that I'm come to destroy the. This is come out of his mouth. Think not that I'm come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Right. So that means he kept. Did he not keep the laws? Did he keep the laws?
Oh yes, he did.
Okay, so are we not supposed to be an example of him?
Yes, but what did he say here? It says, for Christ is the end of the law.
Look, brother, you just said he kept the law, and we're supposed to follow in his example.
Yes.
So what makes you think you aren't supposed to keep the law?
Because of what he said to his apostles.
He just said I came not to destroy it. So if something if something that's destroyed, you keep using it.
Yeah, he came to show us the best way. Look, brother. Okay, when a woman has sinned, don't we supposed to stone her when she gets fornicated?
But we're saved by grace.
Christ said this. Exactly. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
But that don't mean don't keep the law.
Christ ended that.
Okay. When you're in your daddy's house, did you keep? When you're in your daddy's house,
remember?
When you're in your
remember. Okay, this is how the most. This is how your house shot. This is how the Lord. Okay, think about that story, right? Okay, when they were casting the stones at the woman, right?
Now that's part of the Mosaic law.
Now. What was the error? What was the error in that whole situation? Listen, bro. Listen. What was the error in that whole situation?
Explain that.
Okay, when they were about to cast the stone and stone the woman, right?
Right.
Okay, for committing adultery, right?
Right.
What was the error in that whole situation?
Explain it, bro.
Where was the man?
What you mean?
Where was the man?
Okay.
What does the law say about adultery?
Right.
Excuse me. Where does the law say about adultery?
Okay.
Okay, where were the witnesses? Why didn't they stand out? They got to be the one to throw the stone.
Okay.
Where's the man?
Now, guess what?
Back then we didn't have mercy. We didn't think like that.
Let me make a point.
You understand what I'm saying? They weren't thinking like that.
Now, my turn.
They were using the people were using the law for their own will. You know what I'm saying?
Now, guess what?
You got to understand the law was smarter than everybody else.
Let me defend it. Later on that day, when she came and wet Christ's feet with her hair, he says, go and sin no more. He says, okay, I was
the Lord is the judge, right?
Wait.
No more.
All right, brother. Okay, brother.
He told her, the same lady,
go sin no more. The Lord is the judge, right? Listen, bro. The Lord is the judge.
People, you talking to us?
Listen, bro. The Lord is the judge, right?
I hope y'all see.
Listen, bro.
Come to the light.
Listen, bro. The Lord is the judge, right?
It's the end of the law.
Listen, bro. The Lord is the judge, right? He's the judge, right?
Yes, he's the judge.
So didn't he judge that whole situation properly?
Of course.
Okay, so he had mercy.
Exactly.
Why did he have mercy?
Because he came to fulfill the law.
Because they weren't following the law accordingly.
They were being wicked, man.
They were being wicked. They were going to stone her. Where's the guy?
You're supposed to.
Where's the guy?
She was a fornicator. That's why she came.
Where was the guy she committed adultery with? Where was the guy she committed adultery with? Yes, it does.
You got to do everything. When you break the law, You got
Okay,
when you break
okay.
the law, there have to be 2 or 3 witnesses
Right.
in order to condemn somebody.
And how do you commit adultery?
Okay. Now look at the scripture. It says, "For Christ is the end."
You keep
of
reading the same.
law."
We heard that, bro.
Okay, I'm
we
just trying to
get
show
that.
you,
No,
man, what the
because,
Bible
bro,
says, man.
okay.
Understand what the
Let me
Bible
ask you
says,
something.
my
Where your platform at? Where you teach?
I go to people just like my
Okay, so the
mom.
Lord not saying come out to the highways and the
Because of
byways.
that era.
That's why I said I said go to you.
No,
just like I go to
so
them
you
like
no, bro. The thing is, if you think you got the whole understanding of the truth, you gotta come out and teach the people. But the thing is, you don't.
Who said I don't
Okay,
do
you don't.
in the
because,
old world,
I just
that's
asked you
how
where
it
you
was.
teach and you can give an answer.
I said
Walking
just
up and
like
down
I
the
go.
street, this don't
What you
count.
mean?
This
What
don't
you
count.
I
This don't count.
Even though
bro.
it doesn't. Hey, that's what Christ did. Didn't he say go?
Okay,
there?
but you just walking up and down the street. You're not standing with a platform informed
Just
by
so who
people.
said that? You gotta stand with a platform. Don't say that in the Bible.
Okay.
They say go speak to the people.
okay.
We say he sent them out as two.
Okay, all right, brother.
And
Listen.
to commit
Send them out as
adultery,
two.
this man has to
Point blank,
be a
period.
man's
You
wife.
need to you call him.
Okay,
You call him
if
Christ.
she was a part of the adult, if she
Bro,
was
I'm
married,
ready for the
where's
scripture,
her
though. It says
standing?
for Christ.
I
It
understand
didn't
that.
say
So
it.
I
this
just
is
asked
condemn
you.
the Bible
You
now.
gotta listen.
Look from the law point of view.
It says
the most
Christ. It didn't say his name. It said Christ. So
You know everything already. You know everything already, bro. So I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you.
I love y'all.
Hey,
Y'all on the right track.
hey, Lord willing, you get yourself together, but you don't, brother. You calling him Christ. So I know you don't know. You just said Yeshua.
I'm repeating.
So you don't know the name of the Lord. If you don't know the name of the Lord, I mean,
what's his name then, brother?
hey, I'm not giving it to you that easily, brother. I'm not giving it to you that easily. You gotta get yourself together. Hey, do some more study and then come back up here.
You could give me
Hey, pray. No, bro. You gotta do some more prayer, man.
It says the Christ. It didn't say his name. It says the Christ. So
See,
you give me the scripture.
hey, that's once again, we read about how carnal you are. Everything is based on eyes. So when you read this book, when we see the word God, we say power or the Most High because we know that's only a title. When we see the word Christ, we say Hamashiach because that's a form of saying Messiah. All right? Christ only means anointed one. So if you're saying Christ, you're calling him a title. If you're saying God, you're calling him a title. You need to know the name of the Lord in order to receive salvation, man. All right? Let me get that in Acts.
The law is perfect.
It is, man.
We
And
messed up.
The thing is, he said we gotta get it together, but he gotta get it together, man. If you don't know the name of the Lord, if you are scattering the sheep, if you think all the nations are gonna receive salvation, you're going off. All right, this is Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. All right, there's one name for salvation, man. One name of the Most High and one name of his Son, man. So men calling on false deities, calling on Christ is a false god, man. Some rapist Christians, a so-called white man. All right? So just because it says Christ in the scriptures, you have to get, that's why he made this a spiritual thing. He put Christ in here as a stumbling block for people, man. All right? Because he hid his name and his elect will be the only ones who will be able to find it, man. All right? So if it's only one name, that's what's giving us salvation. All these people calling on all these different names, we're going to see when the Lord come who going to call on the true name, who the one's going to be delivered, man. All right?
See, when you don't read the scriptures, you don't understand the depth of how we went off. Okay,
Right.
you just know, okay, the Israelites went off, the Most High cast them away. Well, how? Everything leads up to a certain point. How did we go off? Okay, you got to understand how Jacob mishandled the law.
That's right, man.
Okay, how they use the law to their benefit. Kind of like a corrupt lawyer. You hiring a corrupt lawyer. Okay, we would commit sins. We would already presumptuously get ready to commit a sin. And before we commit that sin, we'll go out and get turtle doves according to the law. Okay, I gotta get how many turtle doves wrapped around this? Okay, then commit the sin and then go make an offering, a peace offering for it. So we were like
Premeditated.
Premeditate sin. And the Most High was seeing all of that. He was like, nah, man.
That's right.
We were misusing the law.
That's right. Misusing and abusing it, man. You can't be doing that. You know, and that's just like, anybody nowadays, when they get ready to commit a crime, man, you premeditate that crime, and then you gonna go home and I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna go to church on Sunday and think you're just gonna be forgiven for that, man. You know, you can't misuse the words of the Lord, man.
There are stories in the law where, in the book, especially Judges, where when one person missed one part of the law and didn't follow it correctly, it caused hundreds of thousands of deaths.
That's right.
Okay, one person made one mistake and it's a trickle down effect, and you killed 100,000 men.
And Jake be followers, man.
And Jake just followed. Don't even ask why. They don't refer to the law word for word, because that's what the Lord said. We have to follow His word. We have to follow His law, statutes, and commandments word for word. When He told Moses to create things, He said, follow these word for word. Okay, so we messed up, man. The law is perfect. We fucked up.
God.
I'll tell you what. This I agree with. That I agree with.
Let me ask you something. What made you say to the white man, "Hey, look at that"? What made you do that? And now you saying you agree with it. I'm just interested in knowing.
The Lord is fighting for you, bro.
It happened. That's what I told him. Hey, look at this shit. It happened.
But you being double-minded, man.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
This definitely are being double-minded.
This is Jeremiah 17:1. The sin of Judah is written with the pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars. So our people, man, were committing all types of abominations, man. You know that's a written in stone. You know what you've done. He said the sin of Judah is written with the pen of iron and with the point of a diamond, man. All right, so our people were doing all types of abominations, going up to these altars, these groves, sacrificing unto idols. You know, the Lord hated that, man. You know?
I love my people.
He says, whilst their
people.
children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills,
I'm gonna have to
oh,
go
my
out.
mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures
I'll
to
have
the
to do
spoil and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever, man. All right, so our people were sacrificing to false gods, to idols, to raising up groves. You know, you read the stories of kings and Samuel and the things they were doing. You would have a king. He would destroy all the groves. Then you had another king. He would raise up the groves. He would raise all the idol worship. You know what I'm saying? But then another man would come and destroy him. Because our people would do wickedness. It's just like, hey, how easily they're persuaded when Moses was in Mount Sinai for 40 days. You know, came down. The people had made a calf of a golden calf. You know, trying to follow another God, man, within a span of 40 days, man.
Those days are over.
It's the same thing, bro.
This is, hey, the Lord said there's nothing new under the sun, man. There's nothing new.
Days of Noah.
That's right. As in,